Hey, Sal.
Hank, what's going on? We haven't worked a case in years.
I just bought my car at Carvana, and it was so easy. Too easy.
Think something's up?
You tell me. They got thousands of options. Found a great car at a great price. And it got delivered the next day.
It sounds like Carvana just makes it easy to buy your car, Hank.
Yeah, you're right. Case closed.
Buy your car today on
Carvana.
Delivery fees may apply.
Hey, do you have trouble sleeping? Then maybe you should check out the Sleepy Podcast. It's a show where I read old books in the public domain to help you get to sleep. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. Classic stories like A Tale of Two Cities, Pride and Prejudice, Winnie the Pooh, stories that are great for kids and adults alike. So whether you have a tough time snoozing or just like a good bedtime story, fluff up the cool side of your pillow and tune into Sleepy. Unless you're driving, then please don't listen to Sleepy. Find Sleepy wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Sunday. Sweet dreams.
Hey y'all. So I had a pretty big episode planned for today. I've been working on it, and the more I dive into it, the more information I find out about it. And the episode, which I'll hopefully have completed and out next week, deserves the extra attention and details. And something else on top of all this, it's been pretty hard concentrating on getting everything done because of what I've had going on at work. As most of you know, we've had a major weather event in Middle Tennessee. A lot of ice and some snow. Generally, when it snows here, the city pretty much shuts down. We'll have our wrecks that spike at the beginning. We'll have some trees and wires that get knocked to the ground. But a general snow event is not what happened to us. On Saturday, January 24th, the snow and freezing rain started falling. They had initially predicted a very heavy snow event that was going to be potentially the most snow that Nashville had ever seen. 18 to 24 inches is what they told us at first. Then it started changing to less chance of snow and more of a chance for a mix of snow and freezing rain. And when it hit, everything went nuts. Being that I've been employed there for over 25 years, I'm lucky enough to work a day shift and have Monday through Friday as my work schedule, having the weekends off, and that being the closest to a normal schedule that an 911 dispatcher can have. So my first day back to work was on the Monday after, which was on January 26th. Well, to make a long story short, the past 2 weeks have been probably the busiest and most mentally taxing I've ever had there. Because of the ice, it weighs down the trees and the power lines. Then they fall down. But this wasn't in a few places. It was everywhere. So everyone was calling about it. The phones never stopped ringing. The radios were incredibly busy. And to give you an idea of how this hit and has played out since then, in Nashville alone, well over 200,000 people were without power. And here it is nearly 2 weeks later, and people still are without power. There are some estimates that it won't be until around February 9th or later before all the power is fully restored. And you might think, okay, some people were without power for a bit. Hundreds of thousands of people were without power during some of the coldest weather we've had this year. Highs in the 20s and 30s, lows dipping into the single digits. People were calling because they had no way to heat their houses, and the temperature inside their house was in the 40s and sometimes even down into the 30s. And the weather and lack of power created death as well. People were found in and out of their homes dead for various reasons. A 92-year-old man was found in his home that had an interior temperature in the 40s. A woman around my age fell down a hill after likely slipping on some ice and died. Another elderly person in their 90s fell in the assisted living home facility they lived in. That facility had no power. And a man in his 30s died from carbon monoxide poisoning. He had mistakenly brought in his generator to try to get some electricity, but he had it inside his house with it running. In total in Nashville, we've had 5 deaths related to the weather and power outages, and across the state, 25 deaths have been reported. But our services have kept going. The dispatchers I work with, the police and fire department, round the clock as usual, but in extreme conditions and circumstances. a good example of that, we've been getting calls from people because they're trying to leave their house to go somewhere that has heat. Generally, a family member or a friend is going to pick them up, but because of all the ice, they can't even make it to the road. One incident I helped out with on the radio ended up having a woman call because she was trying to get to her elderly mother and get her out of the house and down to the road. Once she got to the house, several trees were down blocking the driveway, making it impossible to get to her. The fire department responded, and for nearly 2 hours, they were out in 20-degree temperatures with chainsaws to make a path for the woman to get to the road and onto somewhere that's warm. The dedication of our first responders from all departments has been incredible. But as I said earlier, it's also flat out wore us out too. Days after all this started, we were still going more than full steam. On a normal day, we might process 150 to 250 calls for the fire dispatch in an 8-hour period. We were doing those numbers in an hour or two. So anyway, I made this long story that was supposed to be a short one, still a long one, I suppose, but it's just to say that work's been hard, and it's made it so I couldn't put in the full effort needed for this episode. But I didn't want to leave you with nothing for the week, so I decided to circle back to an older episode that's been popping back up from time to time in the news, the Long Island serial killer. Hopefully this will refamiliarize everyone with some of the case, and you'll be more ready to follow the trial when it's supposed to start, which is sometime after Labor Day. All right, on to the episode. Y'all have a good one. Making recent headlines in the news, there has been a huge break in the case of the so-called Long Island serial killer, or as some people have called it, the Gilgo Beach serial killings. Before 2010, no one really knew about this. Nothing was pieced together. No dots were connected. Those dots didn't really start to connect until a woman who thought she was being followed by someone trying to kill her called 911, then went missing. A months-long search started turning up bodies that weren't hers. And this all led to a more than a decades-long investigation into who was killing all of these victims. In this episode, I'll be talking about the Long Island serial killer. Welcome back to Music City 911. To start this one out, I have done an episode about this in May of last year. This was right after the 911 calls were released. Nothing at that point had really been linked, or at least not to the public. When I put that episode out, the calls were only just released, more than 12 years after they were placed. After going through various courts, the State Appellate Division of Brooklyn, New York, gave the following statement. We agree with the Supreme Court's determination that the SCPD's conclusory assertions that disclosure of the 911 recordings would interfere with an ongoing homicide investigation more than 8 years after Shannon's death did not outweigh the plaintiff's interest in disclosure of material which was relevant to the plaintiff's action. This opened the door to the release of those 911 tapes to Shannon Gilbert's family and then later on to the public. And just like I said, I did do a previous episode about this, but since it's been a while and because of pretty huge recent developments, I thought it would be worth going over again and talking about everything that's new. I'll be playing the calls again in full, and the call from Shannon is a very long call, but I believe we should all listen to it again to see how this all started out. I've done what I can to try and clean up the call because Shannon was very hard to hear or understand at times. If you've heard this call before on my or another show, you can feel free to skip ahead. The entire call is a little over 22 minutes long to give you an idea of where to go to.
09, how can I assist you? Hello? Hello? Hello, you dialed into the 911 system. How can I assist you? Hello?
Yeah.
Do you need the police?
Yeah.
Where? Where? Who's there with you? Hello? What's going on?
Somebody asked me.
What?
Somebody asked me.
Somebody is harassing you?
After me.
Who?
Can you trace where I am?
Let me talk to him.
Can you trace where I am?
Let me talk to him.
I'm by the Jones Beach.
You're at Jones Beach?
By the Jones Beach.
All right, let me connect you to state police. Stay on the line.
A well-built wardrobe is about pieces that work together and hold up over time. That's what Quince does best. Premium materials, thoughtful design, and everyday staples that feel easy to wear and easy to rely on, even as the weather shifts. Quince has the everyday essentials I love with quality that lasts. Organic cotton sweaters, polos for every occasion, lighter jackets that keep you warm into the changing seasons. The list goes on. Quince works directly with top factories and cuts out the middleman, so you're not paying for brand markup, just quality clothing. Everything is built to hold up to daily wear and still look good season after season. Plus, they only partner with factories that meet rigorous standards for craftsmanship and ethical production. That cashmere sweater, ridiculously soft and doesn't cost a fortune. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/MC901 for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/MC901. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/MC901.
Why?
You got to talk louder to them.
Why? Why?
State Police, Trooper Fry. State Police.
Yeah, there's somebody after me.
I'm sorry?
There's somebody after me.
Where are you?
There's somebody after me.
Okay, where are you?
There's somebody after me.
Where are you, ma'am?
I don't know.
You're driving right now?
No, I'm inside the house.
I'm sorry?
I'm inside the house.
What house?
I don't know. Can you trace where I am?
I'm sorry?
Can you trace where I am?
No, I can't. What's your callback number you're calling from?
Huh?
What phone number are you calling from?
Somebody's after me. Please.
Are you in Suffolk County or Nassau County?
I'm in Long Island.
Where on Long Island are you?
No. 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 No, stop, no.
Where in Long Island are you? In Suffolk County? Nassau County?
Huh? Why? Why you call me by my name? Why?
County, you on the line?
Stop. Please. Stop it, please. Please stop. Please, can you shut the door?
No, time to go.
Please. Please. Please.
Go that way, please. Come on, let's go. Come on, roll that side. Come on, go outside. Come on, all of us. Come on, roll that side. Come on.
No, please.
Come on. Come on. Please, come on.
Please.
Come on.
Why? Why?
County, are you on the line?
Hurry up, I want to show you something.
Why?
I want to show you this. Please come on. Please.
Why? not doing this to me. Doing this.
What county are you in, ma'am?
Doing this. Why are you calling me by my name? Please. No, please. No. No, stop it, please. Stop it, please. Please stop it. Please stop it. No, please. Stop it. Please stop it. No.
Let me fix that.
Please stop it. No, please stop it, please. Please stop it, please. No, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me? Stop it.
Please, get him out of here. What do you want?
No.
What's the matter? Are you okay?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do to me? Why?
Huh? Well, I don't know, but it was transferred to me.
Why?
No.
Are you going to kill me?
It's coming to, I think it's Suffolk County on the number transferred to me. The county won't answer me.
Kill me? Why are you going to
Call Suffolk number.
You freaking down, come on.
I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Let's go back to Manhattan, alright? We're in Long Island, we're up near the water stuff.
Please, stop.
Please, Mike. Brother, come on.
No, stop it, please.
Oh, okay, fine.
Please, take my time to what, to dive?
Yeah, I'm around near the water. And
To dive?
saying let's go.
I didn't do anything.
631 511.
Why? Mike, you close that?
Some guy named Mike here.
Mike, why? Why?
Come on.
Why? Why, Mike? For fun? For me? I'm never going to enjoy it again. Why? I never do. I never did. Mike, please. Mike, please. Please. Please.
There's something I don't know what phone she's calling from, but I can't her back. Can you see where she's coming from? She needs help.
You're like, I'm going to find my way home.
There's something in the house with the female. And the female was the initial caller.
So this is all set up?
You set everything up? I waited for you. You told me you're going to find your way home, so I was like, what? You know, nothing that I called.
So this is all set up?
I've never seen this before. Well, you're joking with me, right?
Why?
I don't know. Why are you doing that?
All right, I'll say I was lying. I was lying.
You did?
Why?
It was a 631 number.
Why?
You can try talking to her, but she's not. I think she's got the phone down.
Please. Hello? Hello? Please. What's the problem? What's the matter? What happened? Hello? Please, get me out of here, Lace. Hello? You're being sarcastic about this. You were part of this all along. I just managed it down. Mike, please. I'm begging you. I just want to go home. Well, we can give them... What's the name? 573-9308. Hey, is that us? What's going on? I think so. What? Yeah. Extension Eastern. That's the number it came in. Why are you sitting there knocking about this house then? Something's gonna happen to me. There's nobody outside. Yeah, you could call it, but we're not going to know where it is. County should call it. Right. County phone number? Please. Every time county number makes something over. Okay. 511 thing. Get out of here. What's in the phone? Oh, it does? Yeah. What, Suffolk? It's got to be Suffolk, right? Hello? Stop it. Stop it, Mike. Hello, where are you? Huh? Where are you? What's going on there? What's your name? Where's the bathroom? What's your name? Shannon Gilbert. What's your name? Shannon Gilbert. Where are you? I'm by, I'm in Long Island. And what's wrong? Huh? What happened? These people are plotting to kill me. Where are you? What's your address? What's your address? What's your address? Oh, Mike, stop, Mike, here. Mike, stop. Mike, stop, Mike. Mike, stop it. Where are you? Mike, stop it. Mike, stop it. What's your name, Shannon? Huh? Mike, stop. Come here. Where are you? What's your address? Hello? You want to be in front of police? Yeah, call them and then I know you're telling the truth. What's the address? What are we going to tell them? Tell them something. Mike, stop it. You guys are planning something. Mike. Where are you? Mike. Are you in the house? Yeah. Mike, stop it. What town are you in? Long Island, Mike. Where? Stop, Mike. Where in Long Island? Stop it, Mike. Mike, stop it. Hey, stop it. Where in Long Island are you? I don't know. Hello? Kill me. Where in Long Island are you? I don't know. They're going to kill me. Are you in a house? Are you in a house? Yeah. Whose house is it? I don't know. Who is Mike? What's his last name? He's clean. Mike what? He's clean. How old are you? What's his last name? What's his last name? What's his last name? Shannon. Shannon? Shannon? Yeah. What town are you in? Hello? What's Mike's last name? Hello? Kill me. One of the guys said let's go back to the Where are you? Where are you, Shannon? Shannon. Shannon. 1034. 963. Ray. Shannon. She's not talking. I want to put her key on. You do? I put this number back in. Is that the number she's calling from? I think that's her number. 9308 is one of our extensions, I think. Did you call that one?
Shannon? Hello?
Oh, I didn't hear.
Who's the shield on the car?
1955.
Shannon? I wonder if she has a phone in her pocket.
Shannon.
What's the matter? Somebody after you? Huh?
Hello? Hello?
Are you alright? Don't get yourself hurt. Where are you going? Wait a minute. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Something like Dopert, D-O-P-E-R-T. Hello? She didn't spell it, but that's what it sounded like.
Shannon Gilbert was a 24-year-old woman who, at around age 20, started working as an escort while trying to make it as a singer. She was living with a boyfriend at the time and would say she was going on auditions while she was actually going out to meet her clients. During her time doing that, she got arrested once for prostitution and was at one point beaten so badly her jaw was broken and a titanium plate had to be placed to mend it. She started at first working for an agency, then later posted ads for herself on Craigslist. She was noted to have done a number of drugs, including marijuana, prescription drugs, and cocaine. She got a call from a potential client by the name of Joseph Brewer and agreed to go to his house on Fairway Avenue in the Oak Beach area of Long Island on May 1st, 2010 at around 2 a.m. Shannon employed a man by the name of Michael Pack as her driver and security guard. He drove her to Joseph's house and sat in the vehicle outside while she was inside. Sometime around 5 a.m., Joseph walked outside and asked Michael for some help. Shannon was inside panicking, though it's unsure why or what set that off. During that time, she called 911. While on the phone with dispatchers, she was initially on with a local police agency and then transferred to the state police. She seemed delirious and paranoid. It was hard to tell what was really going on. She didn't know where she was and said multiple times that someone was after her. Michael tried several times to get her to leave, but she refused, continually asking why. Michael at one point left the house and went back to the vehicle where he waited a few more minutes before he saw her run from the house screaming. That's what you heard towards the end of the call, followed by sounds of her running and then banging on doors trying to ask people for help. One of the big problems with this is when she said she didn't know where she was. It was likely true. She didn't drive there, and it did sound like she may have been under the influence of something, so she may actually not have known where she was. To add to the problem, back in 2010, not every 911 agency had the ability to track 911 calls via GPS. I'm guessing this was the case with this one, being they couldn't even narrow down what county Shannon was calling from. It's unclear if anyone was after her or trying to kill her early on during the call. Everyone in the background, which likely was her driver, Michael Pack, and her client, Joseph Brewer, sounded calm and were trying to get her to remain calm as well, and later tried to get her to leave. After knocking on one of those doors that Shannon went to, the owner of that house also called 911.
Okay. Suffolk Police 873 was location of emergency. Yes, I live at Oak Beach in the association. And there's a young girl about 14 years old running around here screaming, and there's some guy trying to follow her.
What's the address there?
I'm at 17 The Fairway.
All right, you have a description of the girl or the boy?
Pardon me?
Do you have a description of the girl or the boy?
The girl is about 14 years old, got blonde hair, very small. The boy, I can't tell. He was into like a Suburban.
What color?
Black.
Did you happen to get a plate number or any phone?
No, I didn't.
Okay, telephone number you're calling from?
4.
Are they still on the fairway?
They just went past the gatehouse where the entrance is.
And what's the name of the complex?
It's Oak Beach Association.
Okay.
Out at by Robert Moses.
All right, we got somebody over there.
I'll be watching.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Another caller called in with similar info.
Suffolk Police 875. What is the location of your emergency?
43 The Bayou. Some woman is knocking at my door.
What town are you in?
Oak Beach Association.
What's the nearest corner street there?
Ocean Parkway. She says she's in danger.
Do you know her or no?
No, I don't. I'm not letting her in.
She's banging on your door there?
Yes.
Did she say what kind of danger?
No.
Oh.
And we live in a gated community.
What's your name, ma'am?
Barbara Brennan.
What's there a name to that community?
Oak Beach Association.
Oak Beach Association.
And I have an elderly mother here.
All right, I'll get somebody right over there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
After talking to the male caller for a minute who said he would call the police for her, she asked that he didn't do that, then left his house, moving to the house of the female caller, and then after that, running into a beach area, and it's then believed to go into a marshy area behind the neighborhood. That area is very difficult to navigate, with the vegetation there growing as tall as 12 feet and packed densely. It would be easy for anyone to get lost in there. Michael looked around the area for over an hour trying to find Shannon. After police arrived and questioned everyone, including Michael Pack and Joseph Brewer, then doing a search themselves, Shannon was nowhere to be found. A month after she was missing and no sign of her at all, police began to believe that she could be dead and enlisted a cadaver dog to do a search. During several different searches over the summer of 2010, no signs of Shannon were found. It was almost as if she had disappeared completely. On December 11th, 2010, during a training run with the cadaver dog along the shoulder of the roadway by the marsh, the dog alerted to the scent of something. It was a skeleton on the inside of a burlap sack. This brought the investigation back to the forefront. While continuing the search in the area for any other evidence, 3 more bodies were found. Because of the titanium plate that I mentioned was on Shannon's jaw from her being assaulted, it was determined that none of those 4 were her. The first body that was found was that of 24-year-old Melissa Barthélemy. She was a petite woman, only standing 4 foot 10 inches tall and weighing around 95 pounds. She had gone missing in 2009 after working as an escort on Craigslist. A week after she was last seen or heard from, Melissa's teenage sister began getting vulgar calls from a man using Melissa's phone, one of which asked if she was a whore like her sister, and another stating that Melissa was dead and that he planned to watch her rot. Using hits from the cell phone towers, it was determined the calls were placed in the Manhattan, Madison Square Garden, and Massapequa areas. Looking at the bill for Melissa's cell phone, it was noticed that several calls were made to a town called Maynardville, which is about 45 minutes away from the Gilgo Beach, Long Island area. It was later determined she was strangled to death. The other victims that were found were Megan Waterman, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, and Amberlynn Costello. Maureen was 25 years old, 4'11", and weighed 105 pounds. She worked as an escort via Craigslist. She went missing in July of 2007, and it was determined that she was strangled. Amber was 27 when she went missing. She was also a sex worker. She was 4'11" and weighed around 100 pounds. Amber was strangled. Megan was 22 years old. She placed ads on Craigslist as an escort. She was 5'5" and had also been strangled. They were all found within a 500-foot stretch of each other. Months later, in March of 2011, remains of a woman named Jessica Taylor were found in the same area. They were only partial remains. In July of 2003, a nude, dismembered torso, missing its head and hands, were found in Maynardville, New York. Her head and hands were what were found in the same area Shannon Gilbert went missing. She was also a sex worker and was 20 years old when she went missing, also in July of 2003. As the search of the area continued, more bodies were found. 24-year-old Valerie Mack went missing in the year 2000. She matched the other victims very closely at 5 feet tall and weighing at around 100 pounds. Her remains, much like Jessica's, were only partially there with the rest. A dismembered torso wrapped in garbage bags were found in November of 2000, but weren't able to be identified. That was discovered on the same road as Jessica in Maynardville. Her head, right foot, and hands were found there close to the rest in the Gilgo Beach area. An unidentified woman, who has been called Peaches, or Jane Doe number 3, was also found under similar circumstances. Partial skeletal remains were found during the search and were later tied to another dismembered torso that was found in Hempstead Lake State Park in 1997. Her head was never found and still has yet to be fully identified. Remains of a toddler that were found in April of 2011, very close to that of Valerie Mack. It was found wrapped in a blanket. DNA testing determined that toddler was the daughter of Peaches. Other bodies, one of an Asian male who was dressed in women's clothing. Police believe he was between 17 and 23 years of age and approximately 5'6" tall. It's believed that victim has been dead for several years. Pieces of another unidentified and dismembered body of a woman was found in the same area. It was determined that that victim's legs were found 15 years earlier in 1996. Police have also found a number of other bodies, many of which fit the same profile as all the others I've talked about. Some of those date back to as early as 1982. These victims have not been ruled out as being victims of the same suspect, but not as many pieces of evidence have been tied together. Shannon Gilbert wasn't found until December 13th of 2011. She was found about a half mile from where she was last seen. Police initially said that they did not believe she was at all related to the Long Island serial killer, believing she may have drowned in the marsh, but later, an independent autopsy found that a specific bone in her neck had been broken, one that is consistent with strangulation. Also, when police found her, she was face up, which is not normally consistent with a drowning victim. Although at this time police do not believe that her death was related, she checks almost every mark that the other victims had, being roughly the same size, age, profession, and potential method of death. In total, around 18 victims are possibly related to the Long Island serial killer. This case is one of the most notorious unsolved cases in recent history. The murders have had a devastating impact on the community, and the families of the victims have been left to live with the pain of their loss. The case has also been a challenge for investigators. The victims were almost all young women who were involved in the sex trade, and their disappearances were often not reported for days or even weeks. This made it difficult for investigators to track down the killer. Years passed and no one had any definitive answers, but police were still investigating the case. A series of small pieces of evidence created a nearly impossible puzzle to put together. A single hair determined to be from a man was found on one of the victims, and hair from a different woman than any of the victims were found on 3 of the bodies. Calls to one of the victims, Maureen, were placed using what's known as a burner phone. This is a phone that can be bought at nearly any convenience store and can be used without giving any personal information like you would when you have a monthly plan with a phone company. For 3 days in July of 2007, there were 16 interactions between Maureen's phone and the burner phone. On the last day, Maureen's phone was last hitting on a tower around Midtown Manhattan, close to the 59th Street Bridge. Other victims had similar contacts being called by a burner phone and traced to nearby key areas like Manhattan, Massapequa, Freeport, Babylon, and Long Island, all matching various points of interest in this investigation. Tips were routinely flowing in. A key piece of information was shared via one of those tips. The victim, Amber, was also contacted by a burner phone on September 1st of 2010. Evidence has been found that the burner phone traveled to West Babylon where she lived. The tip I was talking about originated from a witness that a man claiming to be Amber's boyfriend was seen entering her home. He was described as a large white male, approximately 6'4" to 6'6" in height, mid-40s with dark bushy hair and big oval-style 1970s type glasses. That witness said that a first-generation Chevrolet Avalanche pickup truck was parked in the driveway. Later, that same truck was seen leaving Amber's home, presumably with her inside. She left her phone at home and wasn't seen again. Using all that, a profile was created and narrowed down to one potential suspect, 59-year-old Rex Heuermann. He was arrested and charged in connection with at least 3 of the Gilgo Beach murders. He's the owner of a Chevrolet Avalanche pickup truck, and DNA evidence from the male's hair found on one of the victims was later tied to Rex using DNA that was found on a leftover pizza crust that was left in his garbage can outside of his house. DNA from the female's hair that was not any of the victims were found matching bottles from a search of Rex's house. Those were from his wife. Cell phone records were requested from burner phones as well as Rex's wife's phone. Nearly every murder was committed while his wife was out of town. A review of his search history on the internet showed thousands of searches related to sex workers, sadistic torture-related pornography, and child pornography. He also searched for serial killers and did searches for at least 4 of the victims, as well as podcasts and documentaries about the investigation. He likely won't be hearing this one, since he's being held without bail. During the search of his house, which is still ongoing, police found more than 200 firearms, of which he only had permits for 92 of them, and investigators have begun to dismantle the deck on his house and dig up his backyard. Speculation has been floating around that some of the killings may have happened there while his wife was out of town. While an arrest has been made, the investigation is still ongoing and being looked at more closely than ever. During police surveillance, he was still meeting with women. They suspected him of the murders, but police were not able to arrest him just yet of it, so it was always a concern that he might kill again. Since he has been under investigation, police have started looking into a possible link between him and a missing woman in South Carolina in 2014. Rex owns a house there in South Carolina, as well as some property parcels. Police in Las Vegas have also been looking into records of missing persons, since he owned property there too. All signs of this point to Rex as being the killer. I hope that somewhere along the lines, the police can figure out the connection with the remaining victims, and if he is convicted, I hope that will give family members of the victims the closure they need. That will do it for this one. Be sure to share the show with friends, family, and coworkers, but only those that you might think will find it interesting. I'll admit, this show isn't for everyone, so while sharing, do be choosy as to who you might share it with. Join the discussion group over on Facebook. It's easily found with a search or by a link found in the show notes. It's been heavily active the past few days with other cases, and this one just popped up as well. As you all may have noticed, the Music City 911 logo has had an overhaul as well. If you're wanting some original Music City 911 gear, head over to my website, musiccity911.com, and click on the shopping link to get a t-shirt or other item with the previous logo on it. I'll leave them up for a bit before I change everything around to the new logo, at which point I'll let everyone know that the new merch is available. As I mentioned in a previous episode, I'll be back at CrimeCon this year as a speaker, as well as being on Podcast Row. So if you'd like to meet me or any of the other amazing podcasters that will be there, I suggest grabbing some tickets before they sell out. Head over to crimecon.com for more information. Until next time, for Music City 911, I'm Brandon, and y'all have a good one.